You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
Good morning, America. This is Nancy, and I am here today speaking with Mr. and Mrs. Rosenberg. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Nancy.
Good morning. What do you think do everyday people think about you?
I feel as if people look back on our case and see that we didn't do anything wrong, so there's just no point in the government accusing us. They didn't have very much evidence on us.
What about you, Ethel? What do you think?
Well, I think, like in every other case, you're going to have people that are on our side, and then you're going to have other people that are on the government side. And we have all the people believing one thing and thinking another. A lot of people think that accusing us isn't the right thing to do because they think the government is being too hard on us. But then you have others that agree with the government and say that killing 2 people, which would be us, is better than killing millions of people.
Okay. And what type of impact do you think you would have on today's society?
I think as if our case really just scared people into believing the lies that the government was feeding to them.
What about you, Ethel?
I think we have opened a lot of eyes in our society. I also think that our citizens are scared. The government has scared a lot of people into believing that we did send secret information to the Soviets because they have been saying all of that. You have the FBI and the government, sending, lies out to the citizens saying that, we did send that information out to them. And so I really think that they have scared the citizens into believing that it really did happen when we didn't do that, that crime. But they're really going to start thinking that the government is going to start accusing them of doing things, similar to what we have done.
Okay, and we all know the story about you two, but can you explain to us more about what you think about all of this that's going on between you?
I mean, obviously the government accused us of doing this crime of sending off information to the Soviets, but it makes no sense to me on why I would send information to them knowing I could very well get myself killed just by sending it.
My husband and I didn't do this crime. Yes, we were communists, but we didn't send any secret information to them. It doesn't make sense to me why we would, because, why would we send information to our enemies that could possibly get us killed also, just like you were saying. So it really doesn't make sense to me why they accused us. They accused the wrong people for doing the wrong crime.
Okay,
and when people criticize and accuse you of this crime, how do you react and respond to it?
Well, at first we just kind of, we didn't really respond. We knew we didn't do anything wrong, so there was no point in responding. But after a while, we tried telling our story and explaining to them what was really going on.
We really don't have anything, to say to them, so we ignored them in the beginning. But after we got really tired of it, we started, like you said, we started to tell them, I didn't do this crime. I don't know why, everybody would, accuse us of this. And so we just kind of blew it off and just answered a few questions that they had.
Okay, well, thank you both for coming to the Good Morning Show, and we really appreciate that you came.
Thank you, Nancy.
You ain't nothing but a hound